Good morning, Bird Crew. Welcome back. Hopefully, y'all are doing well today. We're up and at 'em today, back in the market here. Had a little bit of a breakdown last night after price action. Kind of faked this out yesterday a little bit with this little move here up into kind of the breakout area. So I don't know. We were kind of watching there for the trade to the upside. Didn't actually end up getting it, obviously, but yeah, just kind of ran through the night, woke down, and ended up coming right down to our breakdown level from yesterday, and now we're kind of hovering here. So we'll have to see what the market's doing today. If you're looking for a little bit longer of a breakdown of yesterday's price action and just checking it out like that, check out our recap. It's going to be coming out here at 10. But yeah, good morning to y'all. Good morning, Spirit Maker. Good morning, Terry. Thanks for joining the live stream. Hopefully y'all are joining in good health and joining to enjoy the stream. Should be an okay stream. We'll have to see what price action really is before we can say too much, I guess. But yeah, we'll jump in, see what's going on, see if we can get any more see if we can get any trades today. We did have that decent run down, so yeah, we'll have to watch it, see what kind of price action we have today, and just see what's gonna happen. Yeah, it is interesting though. We did break down. We had a news event at around 2, pretty heavy news events. That would have been right around here, right around the spike up actually. And then, let's see. Yeah, 2:30 is when we took down. And yeah, just pretty interesting there. A little bit of a news event kind of broke down. Yeah, we'll jump into it here though. Head on over to the Kubota Battle Box and see kind of what's happening for today. So if you guys haven't seen this before, this is our website, kubota.com. We got a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, this is our website here. We have a couple different things on here. The main thing though that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to is the session control. So type it in, open it up. It is a subscription-based website, so you will have to pay a little bit a fee to get into here, just because this is our indicator that we've built, and yeah, this is kind of like the heart of what we've been working on. But it's built to help you kind of learn how to trade and how to also just like help you set up the levels for your chart every single day. And it also comes with 2 indicators that we have on our charts pretty much all the time. Just the one that we use for the different levels, and then there's another one that's used for higher time frame levels. You'll see both on my chart as we go through kind of setting it up and go through the stream in general. But yeah, that's kind of our website. That's what we've been working on. It's just building this thing out. There's a couple things on the website that aren't going to be on yours that are on mine, specifically this boss control here. But you got the session control on there. Everything else is basically on there. And then there's a link to some of our YouTube videos and stuff in here. So if you just check it out, go around the site a little bit, you'll be able to find some cool stuff just hidden within our site. But yeah, main thing is the session control here. The main thing that we use is that. So we're just gonna open up our Bitcoin here. Make sure you're on Bitcoin, and then you're on New York futures. We do have a couple different sessions in here, but for the purpose of live stream, I'm going to use the New York futures session and Bitcoin. We also have some different coins like ETH and Sol, XRP, Doge, TRX. All of those coins are all in there. So if you'd like to trade any of those or just get some of the levels for them, that's what this is for. But yeah, once we got those 2 clicked, we're just gonna hit initiate calibration, and we're gonna wait a second for it to kind of populate, and then it's gonna pop up with some numbers down here at the bottom, just like that. And once we have those, we just have to hit copy indicator data, and now we can throw all these lines on our chart with our indicator that we have. So just to break it down, we got our daily resistance here on the right. So that's going to be right on our chart, which matches the website here. Next, the green one is the breakout trigger. That's the line, the main line for that we're looking for a price to break for, to basically tell us that we're going to continue the upside. Breakdown triggers. The next one, same thing, but to the downside. And then last but not least, we got the daily support level, which is, you can't really see it on my screen, but it's right behind me on the screen. It's a blue, and that one is just another support level that's going to be on the chart. So we'll just go ahead and head back to the charts here, and we'll open up our indicator. And where it says paste level string, we'll just go ahead, or paste data string, we'll just go ahead and copy this and paste it in there. Hit OK, and it will reset all of our levels just like this. So now we have all of our levels on here. You can see we got the purple right here, which is our breakdown trigger, blue right here, daily support, red is that daily resistance, and then way up here is that green breakout trigger. So pretty similar to yesterday, it's just almost the opposite. So yesterday we had the green up here, and we were getting pretty close to it with some of our levels and stuff all kind of set up. And we're gonna move this to 7:30 here before I forget. Yeah, we had the green up here, and we were getting actually pretty close to that green level. We actually even kissed it kind of right here. But the purple line was about right here where the blue one, the daily support is right now, the blue daily support. And we were way up here in price action. So it was almost the opposite. We had the green line up here. We had the daily resistance was like kind of right under it really. And then daily support was really down here where we're kind of testing throughout here. And then you had the purple breakdown trigger way down here. So kind of interesting, just almost a reflection of yesterday. We are kind of like right on that purple line though, which is kind of weird. Let's see what price action we get today. As of right now, we are looking pretty bearish. Looking pretty decently to the downside, so we'll just have to see how price action kind of plays out here. Typically you don't see anything really happen until after about 8:45 or so, so we'll be kind of waiting around to see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of all you have to do for setting it up. But yeah, you're just basically just gonna jump in here and get all that stuff from our website, and then run over here and throw it into the indicator. And it's that easy. You got it all set up. And once you have it set up, that's really all you have to do. I mean, now you're just kind of sitting around waiting for price to either break this green line here up at the top and like go run up and break that, or we're waiting for price to break this bottom purple line down here. So either way, we're looking for it to break, have two 15-minute candle closes, and then a 5-minute retest, and we'll be jumping in. That's the basics of our system. That's really all you have to know, you know. But the other cool thing about our website, and we'll head back to it for this, is that we actually have AI built into this. So Since you already have the levels here and you already got them all copied and whatever, instead of hitting the copy indicator button, we're actually going to hit the launch BattleBox AI, and it'll copy the command. So if you already have it open, you can just go ahead and get to this point and then go and paste it right into your AI. But we don't already have ours open, so we'll hit proceed to terminal. It'll open up our AI here, and then all you have to do is just paste the data strand right into here. And you will need this to use our AI. You'll need the data strands that you get from the website, because otherwise it won't have a basis kind of to run off of. So you really need that beginning like setup in the morning of like, here's where the market's at. And that's basically what this data strand is it's just telling them, the AI, kind of where's the market at, what time zone are we in, like what's going on, all of that, just so you can just throw it in here and it'll just run through it. And also it just tells it, you know, like where the levels are and all that kind of stuff. So that way you can get an accurate daily market recap, because yeah, we have tried it before without that, and the issue is it'll randomly go back and like say we're at 60,000, or it will say, oh, you know, like once we break 30,000, it's like, what? We're sitting at 88. Like, why are you talking about 30,000? And sometimes they'll even do it just like, oh, like, I don't know, like you're about to break down or something. It's like, oh, it looks like you're gonna go to 30,000. It's like, whoa, that's a big move. Like, I want to get in on that. But yeah, so it's better just to use our AI and just throw it in there. It actually helps it kind of figure out what's going on and set it up. But yeah, today we got our daily market recap kind of thrown on here now. Daily market recap is basically just a way that we've trained the AI to kind of break down the day. So we got our snapshot, we got which way is price leaning, so what kind of bias are we looking at today, how are the higher time frames behaving, different support levels, resistance levels, and things of that sort, all right here, all explained a little bit more in detail. Then you got how's price likely to behave today. And then after that, we got some different trade ideas and things to fit into the structure here, and then it's just how, like, what are we looking to avoid today, and then last but not least, it's just kind of a mindset check. So just kind of like to make sure you're keeping that professional trader mindset rather than just trying to like jump into something, or you're getting all excited because it's like, oh man, we're gonna break down, oh, look at this is setting up and this is setting up, like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a trade right now. And this is basically like, no, like, remember, we still have rules and levels, so you need to make sure that you're actually like just make sure that you're actually like, yeah, being professional about how you're trading and thinking about it, and actually like reading through it and watching the TA, and not just like taking a trade just because you think it's going to go down, because that's not how trading works. You know, you got to have your system, you got to follow your system, and if you take something just because you think it's going to work, that's when you're going to get screwed. So it's better off just, you know, watch price action, trade with your system, and you'll be good. Yeah, we're going to kind of break this down, run through it a little bit. Price is looking like we're going to get a little bit of a breakdown today. So that's pretty exciting. We'll see how it kind of happens as we, you know, kind of move on here. Yeah, we'll see. it's gonna kind of depend on how the next couple minutes go. You know, really, like I said, we want to wait for that 8:45 type candle to kind of get set up. But yeah, it's gonna just take a minute. So we'll go ahead and head back to the website here, and we'll run through it a little bit. Or sorry, the AI. So BTC is trading around 87,961 going into the New York futures anchor, sitting below the price action anchor price at 88,173 and holding inside the current 30-minute working range between 87,963 and 87,173. That inside the box location matters because it usually produces selective conditions, prices close enough to both range edges that reaction is easy, but follow through is not earned yet. So yeah, we're getting close to that range yet. Like I was kind of saying, we're sitting right on the breakdown range, but we actually haven't gotten the closes, so obviously you can't trade it there. Daily bias for today is a short lean with a negative 0.56 score or a 56.2 confidence. But that pressure exists for contextual reason, not because the trade is present. The lean is grounded into two clean facts from the packet. Price is open below value, and it is materially below the prior 24-hour POC. It's about 1,375 points. Which means the market is starting the session in a position where upside attempts often to prove they can reclaim value before they deserve continuation. At the same time, the permission states is hold fire with no active side because the required proof, the 15-minute acceptance, 2 candle closes, and then the 5-minute alignment is not yet present. Pressure exists, but permission does not. So we'll go ahead and break down the 4-hour and the 1 hour. So we'll head on over there. We actually got the breakdown on the 4-hour below the 21, so that's pretty important there. We're looking like we're getting ready to there it is. We're looking like we were getting ready to kind of go back up and test that 200, and I guess we kind of did. Came up, tested it, and broke down. But we were breaking above that 21, which is important for the start of the kind of bull run up. If we were gonna flip that and do that. But for today, the 4-hour and the key shelf is 87,707 with a strength of 0.8. When a 4-hour shelf carries that kind of weight, the first test often produces bids, but only repeat acceptance above it converts that support into a floor where you can trust. Yeah, so we're going to want to break above that 87,707 level. Let's see, that's around this zone here. This red daily support level is pretty close to it. It's like $200 below, so just a little bit above that. Really, the 21 is kind of what I would be monitoring, which is actually right at the daily support level. So we'll want to break above that before. We want to break above it and kind of hold it if we're looking to break up. That's what we want to see, is that break and hold of that level to kind of show us that it can be support instead of resistance, and we'll continue up from there. On the 1 hour, the nearest resistance. Let's actually head to the 1 hour. So for the 1 hour, the nearest resistance shelf is that 88,497 level, daily resistance, and that has a strength score of 0.6. In a ranging backdrop, that kind of overhead shelf tends to behave like a ceiling until price can spend time above it. So kind of like we were saying, unless we get that break and a hold of that level, it's not really looking too promising. We got a slope at 0, and both 4-hour and 1 day are labeled in range. The environment is telling you to expect rotations between shelves until the market proves that it wants a directional day. So unless we get the breakdown here below our level that we were talking about, we're not really looking for any kind of trade. It's going to be kind of just take out a level and then break down through it, take out another level, break up through it. It's just chop, really. Nothing exciting, nothing that we really want to be jumping into. So just kind of how price is going to run today, based off of what the AI is thinking, is that with the daily and the 4-hour both in range and a slope of flat and price inside the band, the most common behavior is chop to rotation. Price probes the edge, pulls back, tests whether the market can hold a new area rather than just visit it. In that environment, early moves often look real on the first impulse and then fail because the market hasn't completed the slower work, acceptance and realignment. That turns motion into intent. The structured score at 0.8 tells you that the levels are meaningful, but the lack of slope tells you the day needs to be a catalyst to turn structure into direction. So the trade ideas for today, cleanest ideas today are the ones that respect the fact that the market is in range first impression not earned yet. If the downside pressure improves itself through acceptance below the 87,963 range, which is our daily our breakdown level that we were talking about, and we're actually going to head to a smaller time frame just to kind of watch it. If upside strength proves itself by reclaiming... Oh, sorry, I didn't finish the other part. The structure aligned idea is a range expansion attempt where the market is no longer rotating inside the 30-minute box and instead working towards the deeper shelf at 87,707. So if we get the breakdown here, we'll be looking for that trade down to the daily support level. Basically, if we get the breakdown through our breakdown price, and that's what we'll be looking for, is that daily support level. As for the other side, if we break to the upside, actually get way up there. Pretty unlikely for today. If we do, more than likely, like, you'll see price actually kind of behave like it did yesterday. Like, we came down, but we barely made it to our breakdown level, and this is actually for today, so the breakdown level is more like right here. So we really like barely tapped it as we came down, and that might have even been into this morning. Yeah, no, it didn't go into this morning when it broke down, but basically like midnight last night, pretty close to it. Let's see what be 8, almost 9 o'clock. I guess it wasn't close to midnight. 8, 9 o'clock. Still though, definitely not in our session time that we're looking to trade. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to break up, but if it did go all the way up to, well, it's actually saying 88.1 something. So kind of interesting. Saying that if we break that 88,173, then demonstrating control is not just a poke. The structure aligned idea is a re-entry towards value, not because value must fill, but because reclaiming a key decision point is how range markets transition below value weakness to balanced rotation. So a little bit more risky, I guess, but it's looking to take sort of like range trade up, just to where it gets closer to kind of the middle of the lines. It's not something I would probably be really interested in looking at. What fails is the structure is forcing a directional narrative while price is still trapped between the 88,173 and the 88,963, because that's where the market can steal your attention with movement that is not earned. Alright, hard rejection off the top yesterday. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we tried to break up and we rejected hard. I was actually looking for. I had my trade set up. I was like just waiting to jump into that thing, but it did not complete the requirements for us to get in, so we didn't end up getting in. What do we want to avoid today? So the highest probability mistake is treating it as a treating the first touch as proof. Today's packet explicitly tells you permission is hold fire with 50-minute acceptance and 5-minute alignment still required. That means the trap is emotional. Seeing the price tag at 87,963 or 88,173 and assuming the day, pick the side in a flat slope range. The first touches are often information gathering, not commitment. So basically just don't jump into anything. We want to make sure that the levels actually confirm themselves. We don't want to just jump in because that's where we think it's going to go. Basically you want to keep your mind ready and kind of keep it in your mind that today is calm and patient, because the market's not asking for proof before we get that participation in there. So we want to stay kind of neutral until we get the breakdown here, and kind of see where price action is going to run here. It is looking interesting though. We are getting that breakdown here. We're on the 5-minute right now. Just kind of watching it. A little more action here on the 5-minute, so a little more fun to watch. You can always jump out to the 15 if you're interested, but you know the 15 is just 3 5-minute candles. So if we're out here on the 15, we see the breakdown there, and then here on the 5, here let's see, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. So this is the last 3-minute candle. So it's 1, 2, 3. So all 3 of those candles kind of firing up. If we get to close below, then we'll need another 3 candles before we know we've closed below twice on the 15. That's just kind of the basics for today. Spirit Maker says that 86,800 was the bottom hold for the weekly. 86,800. So that's down there a little bit. 87,700 is the bottom today. Bottom today close below could be, it's the daily bottom. Close below could open the doors for 86,800, and then 86k. Bigger drop today could even be 85k. So yeah, decent drop there. I would agree with those targets. So yeah, we're gonna see how price action holds here. Throw this in this indicator. Alright, change up our indicator a little bit. Get it set up for today. We'll see. This is one we've actually been working on, so we may see this. You may see this in the site in the future. We'll see. We're kind of testing it, running it against some stuff, but yeah, I don't believe it's on the site yet. Bottom's looking weak for a hold. Yep. We're getting ready for that breakdown, and we're about to that 8:30 candle. So we're gonna start with our predator lines going on. We're gonna throw those on real quick right here. So go into that 7:30 candle. These kind of help you get, at least for the predator system that we're trying to do. This is kind of how we put our stop loss and stuff on there. So go ahead and throw, let's see where it's at. There we go. Throw our lines on here. So you got the top of the 30-minute 7:30 candle and the bottom of the 7:30 candle, or the open and the close. I guess it's not the candle, but we want the open and the close, because if it wicked, we want the very bottom of the wick. So open and close. 7:30 candle is, or the 8:30 to 8:45 candle is just open. So that's basics of our predator system. We got our lines already started on here. So as we kind of play out this candle, it'll start setting up these lines. And basically what the idea is the lines kind of set up like this, and basically once the candle closes, that's our range. So whichever way we end up breaking out is kind of which is the basics of it, is whichever way we end up breaking out is typically the direction you see the trade move for the day. So obviously today we're looking for more of that breakdown level, but to jump into something, you really want to see price action close 1 below the breakout trigger that we have, and then 2 below the predator level that we're throwing on there. That's kind of the basics there. But for right now, we are actually below our breakdown level. So, and the predator system is a little bit more of an advanced trading style. So if you're looking for a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, just go with our normal 250-minute closes and 5-minute retest. Typically you get in about the same time. Predator sort of jumps the gun a little bit sometimes, but yeah, just it depends on how advanced you are and how you're really looking to trade. And again, we're just here for educational purposes only, so yeah, anything we say on this is all for educational purposes. Yesterday also was a hard rejection on the higher levels, simple moving averages, the 21-2000, 21-2000, 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily. Yes, yeah, we were kind of talking about that earlier. We did get a rejection here on the longer time frame levels. Specifically, I think it was, let's see, when was that? I guess it was just the 4 hour here. We kind of came up and tested this 200 level and ended up breaking down. I thought there was something on the 1 hour. I guess not. We just kind of tried to break through the 1 hour and then couldn't hold it and broke down. So interesting there. 221 do play a big part in a lot of the structure here on the chart. Yeah, we're watching that 5-minute, really 15-minute, I guess, right now. But 5-minute, like I said, it's more interesting to watch. We're getting that breakdown. We're actually almost below our daily support level here on the chart. So we'll kind of see how price action kind of plays out here as we continue to watch. But it is looking quite interesting right now. Looking like it's ready to break down, and man, we just got a little bit of a breakdown there. That was pretty crazy. It's funny, you use some like different stuff, like you open up your exchange or whatever, and then it's just like, I don't know, it's just sometimes like certain exchanges are a little bit faster, some are a little bit slower. So it's just funny to kind of like watch all of them and see, you know, like one will move and then you're like, oh man, and then you see the other one move. You gotta watch out though, because sometimes like a lot of exchanges, like if you're using like futures or whatever, like it'll throw you on the 1 minute, because like people typically trade that or lower, or try to trade that or lower. And so like if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh man, it's dropping hard, and then you look at your chart and you're like, it hasn't even moved. And that's just because you're on the 1 minute on there, and it's like it's dropping, but on your chart it's just like, oh, I'm on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, and it's like it's just, you know, it's not moving that far. It's one of those things, like if you're on the 1 minute, it's like you need to zoom out a little bit for you know, just get all excited about it breaking down. So you got about 2 more candle closes on the 5-minute before that 15-minute is closed. Still holding our predator lines here, getting them ready. Right now, our bottom is at about 87,582, and our top's at 87,900. So we got bottom and top on there, and like I said, we are closed below our daily, or I guess daily breakdown level. So looking pretty good for that down trade, honestly, right now. But you know, who can tell? We just gotta wait for price to kind of tell us if we're gonna be able to jump in, take the trade, or not. Yeah, like Spirit Maker said, our targets, more than likely, we got a target at 86.8, and then around that 86 level, and then pretty much to 85 is kind of our big breakdown target. Will we get any of those? We'll have to see. Like I said, we really need that breakdown to happen first, but just looking at the future, thinking ahead, I guess, preparing a little bit, that's kind of the targets that we're looking for, is all of those breakdown levels. Got the coffee out. Yeah, it's still hot. But yeah, we'll just kind of watch price action as it breaks down here. But those are definitely our levels. We could go ahead and throw those on the chart, I guess. So we'll throw our trade on here. 86, 848. It's our first level. So that's our first target. Target 2. Target 2 will be at 86,141. And target number 3 is, wow, okay. Yeah, that's target number 3 right there. 85. Nope, it's not target number 3. I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of that. Target number 3 is 84. Yep, 84.99. So that's kind of our 3 targets for today. So first target is obviously the most likely to get hit, and then as you kind of go down, it gets less and less likely. Third target being the least likely to get hit. That doesn't mean that we're not going to hit it. It just means, like, out of the 3, if you took target 1, if we do get the breakdown, that is, and you took the trade, more than likely you're going to hit target 1. Target 2 is kind of like, okay, if we break target 1 and continue down, then this is kind of where we're looking at running to. And then if price still has enough push, then we'll probably come down to target 3. So obviously target 1 is the most likely, and then it kind of moves down from there. I don't have like numbers on like, oh, yeah, it's just like got like 75% and then 50 and then 25, or, you know, like I don't have that. It's not like that, but that's kind of the idea there. So those are our 3 possible targets. We'd be kind of taking the trade. Oops. Taking the trade. Let's throw it on here. Oh no, we don't want a long position, we want a short position. So that's a 1-to-1, almost a 3-to-1 on target 2, and then target 3 is probably, yeah, 5-to-1. So we'll see how price behaves today. This is the most likely trade, so this is kind of the one we'll be watching here on the live as it play out. Really, I guess we got to kind of get in here. depending on if, I guess if the system actually plays out like how we're thinking, 2 15-minute closes, and then the retest to here, we could get in here. I think the thing I don't like about that though is with the system kind of playing out. And if you were gonna do this to, like, if you're gonna use the other system, you'd technically put your stop. Well, technically you'd put it above the break up level, but we're not gonna go all the way up there. So 88.2 something probably. So a little bit up here, just a little bit higher, because you are getting a lot closer to that line. That would be the idea, I guess, if we were going to take that, if we were going to take the normal Kubrota Battle Box trade, you know, the 2 closes on the 15 below and then a 5-minute retest. So yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at. I would be looking more at something like this, I guess, on me. So 1-to-1, I guess, or more depending on how far we go down. Yeah, we'll have to kind of watch as price plays out. We got about another 4-ish minutes, 3 minutes before we see price action, before we see our predator levels are going to get set. Heading back to the 5 minutes, taking a second to load. Here we go. So another 3 minutes or so and we'll have the level set. Right now our range is kind of right here. You can see the blue zone. That is our range that we're looking at for the predator levels. So we'll see what we get here. Yeah, we'll see how price plays out here though as we continue into that. About another minute and a half. Another minute and a half to go. Another minute or so, I guess now. Yeah, we'll see how price behaves here as we get this breakout. About another 30 seconds to go now on this candle. Watching for that close, and then that'll kind of tell us how the market's going to set up, see what we can jump into or what we're going to have to hold out on. All right, there we go. We got our predator high and our predator low. That's also our 15-minute close below, so now I'm going to want to jump in on, or we're going to be watching for that 5-minute retest. Again, educational purposes only, but that's what we're watching for on our trading system. Yeah, looking like we're setting up pretty good. Getting ready for that trade down. Yeah, we're just watching it here, looking for that retest. Like I said, really, if you're trading the normal system, you're looking for that retest. If you're trying to trade predator, and then we're looking for a close below our low here at 87,511 or so. Oh yeah, here comes that pullback here on the 5-minute. That's what we're watching for. Yeah, we're getting that pullback right now. It looks like a little bit of a pull up to the level. We want to see if we can hold that breakdown level. Oh, we really want to hold the predator high too, I guess. We'll see though. And that could have been the pullback right there. That could have been what we were waiting for. Excuse me. Yeah. Waiting for that pullback. It's pulling back a little bit. Basically, like when you see a pullback, though, you don't want to just jump in because, like, the best time to get it is obviously like on the pullback. So like, if we jumped in, you know, like right as it's like running up the wick, you're like, yeah, jump in. And then the problem is you don't know it's gonna turn yet. So you could be jumping in, and then it just like keeps going, like right in your face, jumps you out of the trade. So you want to make sure, like right now it's kind of I'm still kind of waiting a little bit for that pullback, but we still got some room, I think, to go back up a little bit here. Yeah, we'll probably retest it a little more than that, I would think. But if, let's say, like this was the line here, like right where these kind of rejected off of, so you want to see it break up like that and then close below the line, and then you see the next one start to kind of break down off of that, or you see just price come up and tap it kind of like with the wick and then start to come down. All right, here's that close here, getting that breakdown. It's about time to look at taking something up to the downside here. Waiting for that 5-minute close here below predator level, and then more than likely we'll continue down. That's the difference, I guess, between the pullback there and the predator level. I would have thought we'd have got a little bit more of a pullback, but it's all right. Another minute or so, and then we'll see what happens. All right, we got another 30 seconds, half a minute before that candle closes. If we get that close below the predator level, we'll be looking for that trade right there. All right, there we go. There's our close. All right. So I guess we're just kind of watching this trade here as we break down. We'll see where we actually end up going. But yeah, it's really just watching this trade play out. It looks like we're actually getting a little bit of a breakdown here on current price action. We'll see how far down we can get it to go. I'm thinking maybe T2, maybe target 2, maybe target 1. We'll see. We're really going to be watching around this level as we drop to that target 1. Ideally, we could see it drop farther, but we really want to just kind of watch as we break down. It's looking like we're going to hit T1 pretty pretty I don't know, pretty easily. That's what I'm thinking, at least, as we break down, heading into that almost to 9 o'clock. Got about another minute and a half before we hit that 9 o'clock time. See how far we get this breakdown here. It's starting off pretty good. Grab the coordinates from this line here. Now we're just watching. A little bit of a breakdown here.
It's time to start your workday. I'll turn on some music. Also, make sure to get your 10 sit-ups in and have a great day.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Getting that breakdown. We broke down through T1. So if you were at T1, you just got paid. We're looking for that drop to T2 though, as long as we can hold below T1. T1 could be a strong level, so we're watching it. But we're getting some volume in the chart here, so we'll see. Oops. Didn't mean to pull that up. 3 minutes till close, boys. Getting that drop down. Dropping down a little bit below. Nice when you can call a trade like this, huh? A little bit of a breakdown. A little bit of a breakdown. Alright, here we go, here we go. Getting that breakdown. It's looking promising to get that close below. 2 minutes still, and we are still dropping. Yeah, yelling for the drop. Yeah, well, you know what we gotta do? We gotta put our emoji on there. Get that little blowdown action there. We gotta put it right here on this line. Make sure it doesn't come back up to that line. We wanna break it down. Break it down. Oh yeah, our emoji's working. You see that? We're getting just a little bit lower. Needs a little more strength, I guess. Keep them right there below that line. Oh yeah. Get the breakdown. Get the breakdown. Continue down a little bit farther. A little bit farther. Here we go. Here we go. Looking nice. Looking nice. About another minute until we close. That'll see where that breakdown happens below. Getting that trade down, trade down. Here we go, here we go. Another 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's the candle close below our T1 target. So here we go. We're going to continue down. I think we're going to continue down. Get our emoji down there. Get to work, bud. Get to work. Continue us down. Continue us down. We got to get to that T2 target. Get to that T2 target. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. A little bit more breakdown, a little bit more breakdown. Come on. Come on, chart. Come on, chart. I swear you just want to like blow on your screen, blow it down a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go, here we go. Live trade. We're getting pretty close right here. Getting pretty close. A little bit more downward action, and we got it. We might even get a T3 trade here. Might even get a TP3 trade here. Target 3. Target 3. Oh man, come on emoji, blow it down, come on. Not working hard enough. Starting to bounce a little bit on this T2 line. Come on emoji. Let's go, emoji. Blow it down. Blow it down. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't want to keep y'all on here for too long, but so I'm just gonna end up shutting the stream down. We'll call good. We basically hit TP2. Yep, right there. Boom. Just hit TP2. Let's go. We hit TP2. So we just made what is that? 2 to 1. 2 to 1. We just made it 2 to 1. We're looking for target 3, so if you want to watch that, go ahead and mark it on your chart. It's about 84,999, but about 85,000 if you want to be like super specific. Honestly, I'd probably throw it even a little bit above 85,000, just because we don't want to hit that. We don't want to put it right at 85 because 85 is like a big time frame number. So yeah, we don't want to throw it on there, but we're looking for TP3, so make sure you're watching that. But TP2 hit on stream, so we called that out. We hit it. Boom, let's go. If you're trading with us and you just made it 2 to 1, let's go. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We will catch y'all next time for yeah, just for our next stream here, it's going to be next Tuesday. So if you're interested in watching, make sure you turn on YouTube around 8 o'clock. Check us out. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. You should just like and subscribe because we just hit a trade. What am I saying? We just hit a 2-to-1 trade. Let's go on live stream. So make sure you're watching that. Yeah, go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Helps us get out to more people. Hopefully helps us do some more trades just like this one. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We will catch y'all next Tuesday at 8 a.m. So make sure you tune in for that. Hopefully we'll hit another live stream trade like this one. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next time.